I asked our team to make a big poster of this photograph to be put on our office wall. I also asked for a big poster of this one too. It's the Tank Man from Tiananmen Square, but it's the wide angle shot, which is tremendously more dramatic. You can see there were dozens of tanks lined up behind the first one, not just a few. Imagine that. Imagine being him. We can't imagine. I don't know what happened to him. I presume he was one of the 10,000 people who were killed that day. That was the estimate of the British ambassador in Beijing. By the way, I see that Joe Biden, the pro-China president of the United States, has cut a deal with Meng Wanzhou, the billionaire executive of Huawei, the giant Chinese tech and malware company, spyware. She'll pay a fine and get to go home. I wonder if Hunter Biden brokered the deal. He's no stranger to China. When Biden was Obama's vice president, Hunter came along with his dad and cut deals on the side, including more than $1 billion invested in him from the Chinese. I wonder what the deal was this time, if he still set aside 10% for the big guy, as he said last time. So Biden gets a big fine and a win. The Chinese billionaire gets to go home. That's a win. And Canada, the country that arrested Meng at the request of the U.S. when she was passing through Vancouver's airport, what does Canada get? Well, we normally don't get or ask for anything when we help police from allied countries. It's what they would do for us in return. It's in our interest. We help each other. But arresting a senior Communist Party member like Meng had enormous effects on our country. Trade sanctions against various Canadian industries, for example. But mainly the kidnapping of two Canadians, Michael Spavor and Michael Kovrig, now held for more than 1,000 days. From what reports I've seen, the two Michaels are not part of the deal. China will not let them go. And look at this. This is what we call a readout. It's what you call the official White House summary of the Joe Biden and Justin Trudeau phone call earlier this week. They had a very quick phone call. So this is the official summary of it. Seriously, it's so brief. It sounds like the phone call was less than 2 minutes long. Let me read it to you in its entirety. President Joseph R. Biden Jr. spoke today with Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, to congratulate him on the Liberal Party's victory in the September 20 federal elections. The two leaders underscored the strong and deep friendship between the United States and Canada and discussed their shared commitment to strengthening the resilience and competitiveness of the U.S. and Canadian economies and coordinating on COVID-19 pandemic response. The President expressed to Prime Minister Trudeau his desire to continue working closely in deepening collaboration with Canada, one of our nation's top partners. That's it. So it sounds like Biden said, congrats, let's build back better, or whatever their code word is. And then that was it. They got off the phone. I really wouldn't be surprised if that was a 90-second phone call. But you can see there wasn't a peep about the two Michaels. That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.